Hi chat. Welcome in everyone. Wow, I'm warm. I'm loud again. Welcome in. Hello, hello, hello. Why aren't you up to date here, Chatterino? What is going on here, computer? Hello, Will. Welcome in, Ozzy. Am I loud to everyone else, or is it just me? We'll go with it anyways.
Feels like we just had an anniversary, but cheers to 31 months.
Thank you, Will. Appreciate the resub. Thank you for the info on the audio. Yeah, there's something wonky going on with my audio tonight. First off, my earbud, for some reason, decided to connect as though it's a speakerphone or a phone. Like two-way communication setup rather than the normal just music. So everything, at least in my ear, is a little funky tonight. But isn't that always the case? I need to stop complaining about stream on stream. Yeah, you aren't here for me to complain. You're here for some good food and coffee and yeah. Wow. That is really loud in my ear for some reason. Hello, Cosmic. Yeah, sorry, I was a little delayed. I posted in Discord, but I didn't change other stuff around in time. Let's get that camera properly following me. You're not following me either. And that changes it for you and me. That's one problem with this. I guess we'll do it like that. I'm still so loud in my ear. I don't have a good way of separating out. It's too I can't even really tell you how it works as far as voice banana and all that. It's confusing. It makes sense if you sit there and work through it, but talking it through is not going to happen. So we're doing something a little different tonight. I've done these before, and I've seen all sorts of these done before. I don't think that I've done this on stream before, but we're going to do wonton tacos tonight. And then we're going to fill them with a combination of seared ahi tuna and all sorts of other lovely stuff. I was going to go... I was thinking I was just going to dice up the ahi tuna and go in with it raw. It does have a slight color change to it, and so I'm going to sear it just to be... And it's not like I'm getting it straight from the fishmonger or straight from the ship or something. It's supermarket-ish. I had a bicyclist try and drive, like, directly into me today. Like, I don't know what it is with... I agree with giving pedestrians the right-of-way. It becomes an issue in my mind when it becomes abused, which it does seem to happen here. I think I went through 2 or 3 incidents just on like a mile and a half back to my house. I'm just like, just let me get home. Get all these people out of my way. But I'm home now. And I'm here with all of you. So cheers. The 2 that are in my mind right now is the bicyclist that decided he wanted to drive straight down against opposing traffic. Followed by immediately at the next stoplight, having someone deciding that they're going to walk against the pedestrian light, and so I couldn't turn left on my legal turn left light. So where do we start with all of this deliciousness tonight? Deliciousness. We're also doing donuts too. We got donuts to do. It poofed a little more, but that went in the fridge maybe an hour after the last stream, and so it's just been in the fridge chilling. But I think for this second rise, or this minor warm-up, I only pulled that out like maybe 5 minutes before stream started. Is I'm going to spread it out on the table for, this is already too large of a space, we're only doing 6. So I got a bunch of flour on the counter now. Add in our dough. You gonna fall out for me? Nope. Almost though. And I'm only going to minorly roll this out a little bit. And I'm going to let that warm up like that. That is still quite frigid to my hand. So I guess we'll prep veggies while we're waiting. We'll leave that for later. Where is my cabbage? Oh, it's all the way back there. How did you get all the way back there, cabbage? don't even know what my water glass is doing over here. Actually, yes, I do. I used it to eat up some, or drink up some of the Sunny D this morning. Don't want to do that yet. I guess we'll go with shallot. Some of this I don't know how it's going to turn out yet. Like, I'm planning on doing some sort of mayo for this. But do I do a avocado mayo because my avocado is too stiff? Or how finally am I going to end up having to chop up this tuna? Hey, Ozzy. Didn't recognize it because you put sweetened at the end of scrambled there, Nan Reader. Hello, Cody. I guess we'll use peeler. I definitely want to get the skin off of this for this project. I don't mind the green, I just don't want the texture. This is going to go with the tuna. Should have kept those and thrown those in my salad. Oh well. I guess around there. Nope. Got it with my second one. No, I thought I had gotten all the center out of it. Don't want the center. Don't want the skin. Just this. I don't even know what to call it. The flesh. Even though I sort of think of the skin as more the flesh than... Oops, that wasn't a very straight cut. See, we don't want that. That's all good. Cucumber is in that range of veggies that I think you need to spend money on. English cucumbers may be the almost outlier of that, but cucumbers in general. This is an English cucumber, which are the ones that you find plastic wrapped all over the place everywhere. But celery, cucumber, fair amount of fresh squash. It matters so much if they're using decent water or not. I've had celery just taste horrid because they used horrible water. I sort of feel like celery that isn't solid, like heavy-duty green on the outside of it, it's not worth buying. I still occasionally buy it cheaper when I like have a recipe. I need celery. Oh, they got that iceberg celery. So we got a cucumber here now. Fair number of fruits are in that category too. Apples and stuff like that. They're usually okay with apples. Trees I think, do a better job of filtering. They got more to filter with. I have no idea how tea would affect the soil quality, positively or negatively. I'm sure it would provide some nitrogen, but is it also providing some sort of acidity or something that's going to... But why don't, without even getting into weird things like feeding them weird things, which we do plenty of too, don't get me wrong. There's just so many different types of cucumbers, and what was the other thing you said there? Oh, but either way, growing cucumbers, there's so many cucumbers out there. You could just buy, like for 99-cent packs, you could buy 5, 10 different ones. And just see which ones are awesome and which ones are horrid. I guess they're more like $3 or $4 or maybe $5 or $6 a pack nowadays. Damn, I'm old. Basically everything under the sun, it's amazing how many varieties there are. We just only see like 1 or 2 in supermarkets. is there's so much out there that just even, I've done this before. We're going to pull out the seed catalog again. This one's getting outdated now. But there is lots of variety in this world that want to grow your own loofahs? You know those loofah sponges that people use? One of the farmers around here sells these, actually. Let's go cucumbers. We were talking cucumbers. Let's see. Armenian long yard. These are gherkins, which... close. Oh yeah, we got... There's only one page over from the beans. A cucumber? 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 Gherkins? Armenian? Dragon's egg cucumbers? Lemon cukes. These are big around here. These are big in the farmers markets here. And see these in the farmers markets too. Don't see these or those. And that's just one company's offerings of cucumbers. Like, and I think they probably have more than this if you go online. There is so much available out there. If anyone out there is in the LA area, I forget when it is. Well, actually, it's probably already happened. I think it was towards the end of the year. There is a national heirloom festival. It's been in Sonoma. It used to be in Sonoma regularly, but it's roaming now, I think in California. And it was supposed to be in LA, or is going to be in LA. But you can show up there and see thousands. Like, there's one dude that showed up to the Sonoma one with at least 100 different types of garlic to display, to show and say, oh, it's different than how this and that. And he grew over, I think it was like 1,200 or something like that. There is so much variety out there. I myself, we were talking about celery before. I used to grow cutting celery, which is actually sort of hard to get rid of. It took over my bed until I exchanged the dirt in it. But cutting celery is great for soups, stocks, infusing things, and you can get extreme celery flavor, but they're too woody to eat. They're like chewing on, like those fibers that are like chewing on rope. Have I gone too far into that? Yeah, that's another thing that's happened majorly here in the U.S. Monsanto, or who is it that took over? Is it Bayer? Someone took them over. Was very notorious for suing seed savers. There are people that used to have machines that were dedicated to extracting seeds from plants. And so they were contracted by farmers to extract their seeds every year, and they move on because it's not worth the equipment. They can use it at multiple farms. And they sued all those people into non-existence until, you know, we don't have anyone saving seeds, so everyone has to buy their seeds every year. I think they're probably vilified just about anywhere other than Hawaii. They might be vilified in Hawaii too, but they have some big bases in Hawaii where they can grow 3 crops of corn a year versus 2. Alright, we need to get back to cooking here. I need to figure out what I am doing here next. I want this dough to be ready, but it's still cold. I should have got this out earlier. That's another oops on me today. Hey, Justice Tries. Not waffling, it's just I'm not ready to do anything yet. I'm procrastinating. I don't have the waffle maker out, sorry. Chat, I need motivation to go out antiquing. There are so many things I need to go and try and find, and I never get the motivation over, oh, I can sit at home and continue working on Sprinklebot. I was so frustrated with going shopping yesterday. I got stuck out. I was talking about traffic today. Traffic yesterday was, what? It took me 3 hours to go to the 3 stores. Granted, they were a good, normally 15, 20 minutes apart. But 3 hours? Like, I was just sitting in stopped traffic on the highway for ages on the 101. And I thought I got away from that traffic when I moved away from LA. That's where I'm calling the color spectrum tonight. Those two just refused to get in the bowl. So we have, with the tuna and garnish. Got that. Those are set. That's set. I guess we can clean lettuce, even though I'm not really concerned about this company's. There's always occasionally something in lettuce, but... Oh, I didn't put it in the dinner command chat, but I'm making a salad. Basically the same thing as I've done those last couple of times with the goat cheese, and because I still have the ingredients and I have more dressing still made. So we got baby spinach and arugula. Speaking of that, I need to get to the farmer's market and grab some of those winter greens. Maybe I should do that tomorrow morning. Got one nasty leaf out of that. No snakes or frogs crawling up to the top. Actually, I think the thing that I found the most in lettuce is caterpillars. What have you found the most in your lettuce packaging, chat? Chat's like lettuce? Sort of afraid to see if this thing pops apart. Like, this isn't very easy to clean in there. Like, it would be great if I had a dishwasher for cleaning this, but by hand. You can wake up now, Yeast. Uh-oh. What'd Ozzy do? Did you win the game? Did you slide to win? Go Sports. Well, we're now into an ad, so. What would I have for that? Myself? Oh, yeah. Doesn't hurt to have a cooling brick in your, for like your coolers. I'm amazed that thing has still stayed that nice. That's supposed to be like reusable, but not really reusable, and the outside of it feels like it's like paper towel, and so somehow that has stayed nice in my freezer. Ooh. You wear masks in your league? Just the catcher? I don't know what modern safety gear is for, like, not major ball. Like, I don't know what colleges and high schools are doing for... That means not you. What else can we do while we're waiting, chat? I mean, we're not too far off on these donuts, but it does need to... It's still not waking up. Well, I hope you recover from that soon, Ozzy. Just remember, it's not a scar, it's a beauty mark. character. Yeah, I'm not sure what else we can do here, chat, while we're waiting. Oh, hey, I've got this too. We can use this for tonight. That's awesome. Homemade mayo. Pre-made. What else can we use for tonight? What else can I get myself into? Oh, here we go. We can deal with this. We can prep this. Hey, crawled up. We have our Sunny D custard that needs a little wake up. So we're going to give this a good whisking too. And because it got a bit of a skin going to it while it was in the fridge, we're going to give it another strain here. No, I was going to use regular mayo, but I forgot that I had made some mayo. I'm actually very frustrated about this mayo, and I'm glad that I'm using it up because I wasted a bunch of eggs on that mayo, and eggs are not cheap right now. No, leftovers night was Wednesday this week. I don't really normally do leftovers night, but Wednesdays typically are my okay. The challenge also gives me the ability to look at my kitchen and be like, what can I use with this? And that's not really something I planned. I wish I was smart enough to think that, but that's something I sort of realized after doing it for a while. That, oh hey, this is a great way to get rid of stuff. definitely going to have to put some screens on the wish list in the future here. Because I need me some replacement screens. I've broken all the handles off of all but one of mine now. Well, all but two of them. Do I need more oil than this for this? I think I do. Enchiladas. It's been a minute since I made some enchiladas. I never really appreciated enchiladas until I made them for myself at home. And yeah, they're like better than, well, let's take my personal family experience out of this. They're better than your typical taco night, I think. Other than maybe you got people that like to play and put their food together. Like, burritos wish they were enchiladas, but they're more mobile. Like, let's be truthful, chat. When you're driving with a burrito, you really wish you had an enchilada. You're just not going to deal with the plate and all the other messiness. I'm saying this knowing, like, I have distant family members, relatively, that don't like, even random food things touching each other, and so I understand that too, but I just think they're a superior, they have limited audience as far as eating because they're messy. It's true. Like, I don't know what, does McDonald's still sell pancakes? Like, that was the perfect example of this. Like, why? Why are you handing people, like, you're eating in your car? I might have eaten a McDonald's pancake with my hands. Does a McGriddle count? Because I don't know how to get the small attachment fitted to my new giant bags. We're going back to the small bags for filling our donuts tonight. Um, Huel meal replacement drinks. Those sound like a rebranded Soylent. Yeah, what I'm going to say about those, we can't decide if omega-3s or 6s are healthy for us or not. And people think they're going to be able to replicate the diet with the slurry. And the majority of them, I have no idea if the Huel one is or not. Majority of these products are not actual food. They're dietary supplements by law, which means they're not as regulated. They could be, for all you know, just mixing powders in a warehouse instead of a sterilized, clean, certified food safe space. Sort of like G Fuel and them were when they started out. There's a great documentary on Soylent done by Vice when Vice was still an agency. On Soylent, on a guy that tried it for 30 days or something like that. And on one hand, the reporting was rather neutral about it, but at the same time, they're showing this dude's warehouse where it's quite literally what I was saying, was a warehouse that they had, sort of sheeted off an area with plastic like they were painting, and just had open containers of various powders they were mixing to make Soylent out of, and they quite seriously filmed a rat there. But I actually did, a lot of the times, a lot of the products now G Fuel is making, they're very obviously contracted with someone, or maybe they've bought facilities on their own at this point. But all of the powders, like back when they were just selling those canisters of powder, they still do it, but back when they were doing, their address led to a small little warehouse in upstate New York. We getting warm here, oil. Cracking's not as impressive tonight. I guess we just need to move you up. Sorry, moving the camera on. It's okay. I'm not a fan of just about anything on the market that is a dietary supplement that isn't like a dietary supplement. Like, for me, dietary supplements are like vitamins and various things that are not worth being prescription, but are basically mild prescription stuff. It is not something that in any way, sort, or form should be pretending to be food. You know, there's supplements or things for like melatonin gummies and, you know, stuff like that. You know, chewable aspirin. I need sugar for my donuts to be coated in when they come out. I don't like the ridges in the bottom of the bowl. I might just use... I still want to use a bowl to keep it somewhat constrained. Fill up your sink and put it in the sink. Use the water to break between the leaves. You can do it with hot water too, but it's not as comfortable for your hands. It does make the leaves a little softer and malleable. Like, I think I'm holding it relatively level here. It's sort of amazing the temperature differences you'll get from one area to the next. It's almost 30 degrees hotter. Well, the hot water will soften them up and lose it. If you got some disposable gloves and aren't worried about the cost, that'll greatly help you with handling it while it's hot too, if you don't have asbestos hands. I saw a video today of someone making a dumpling from a transparent dough, or a dough that turns transparent when steamed. And I was just like, I do not want to do that. Like, that woman's hands are like leather. I'm trying to decide what size donut I want to cut here. I don't know if I can get 6 of those out of this. I don't think I can. I can maybe get it out of that. Actually, take it back. Maybe we can go with the larger one. We're not going to get 3 that way. I was debating between these two. I can maybe get more of the edge with that one, but I'm not going to get 3 this way with that. Hey, Sepsi. Ms. Sepsi. This last one's going to be a little patchwork and probably going to fall apart in the fryer. But we'll have 5 nice ones. I feel like it needs an A. It doesn't have an A. Getting 300-ish. Getting some paper towel for when they immediately come off of the fry. So I added a bunch of dishes to the calendar today, chat. I added a bunch before the last stream too, and I announced that, but I added even more, and we've got a good portion of February filled out now. We've got several new soups coming on the menu soon. We've got, I'm doing a week of Minecraft foods, and that's going to be towards the end of February. And what else is there? There's some other fun stuff too. Let's see, what all did I put on there? Some of the stuff we put on there. Moroccan chicken tangine with almonds on National Almond Day. We've got tomato ginger chicken and rice soup, which I stole from the New York Times. Winter minestrone. That's going to use up the rest of this purple cabbage. And we got all sorts of stuff for Super Bowl coming up too. Well, basically between now and Super Bowl, like you could even sort of count tonight's dinner are meals that could be like party dishes, could be part of your Super Bowl meal, like all of the stuff coming up from, let's see, where we got from, we've got buffalo chicken quesadilla ring on Sunday. We've got crispy pepperoni hummus and cowboy crab dip next Friday. Meatball calzone that I'm going to make into a football shape. Jalapeno popper chicken soup. Buffalo chicken pizza. Muffaletta pizza. And on the Super Bowl itself, we're going to be doing braised pork sandwiches. Going to make my own rolls. We're going to braise the pork. All sorts of fun stuff. The foods that I picked out from Minecraft were mushroom soup with bread or baguette. I'm going to do baked fish with kelp. I'm going to use seaweed, but kelp. And for the Sunday, for the big one, then it's going to take the most prep and the most dealio and probably cost the most. I'm going to do the golden carrot. Shoe? Like pat a shoe? Nope, don't need another. We're probably hot enough here. We're probably too hot now. Oh yeah. Oh no. We're only 280? That's interesting. I thought we were 300-ish already. Maybe it was 200-ish? Like a shudo. That's not a Japanese martial art move. That's a type of do. Cleaning the excess flour up off the counter. Bakeable cream cheese frosting. Brush my teeth around noon. They're already feeling nasty. I know that's important information you needed to know, right, chat? It's the small details that make streaming so exciting. Hey, John. Looking at some sort of articles, seeing what's going on in the world. Downtown off. They're finally opening that place. Santa Rosa had one of those, like, old school AT&T long lines, like, reinforced buildings. If anyone knows what I'm talking about with that. And, like, it was, like, cemented in place. It had, like, 3-foot thick walls or something silly like that. And AT&T had been giving it up, and they've been trying to turn it into something since I moved in here into Sonoma County, like, 15 years ago. And they're just now saying, you know, we're about to open. Like, I'm gonna have to drive by there and see if they've done any of the stuff they were talking about doing. They were talking about cutting holes in the cement walls to make windows and stuff, and I'm just like, what? But they've been wanting to turn that into all sorts of different things over the years. I turned off the music without meaning to, didn't I? Oh no, it's still going. It's just quiet. The frosting, that's going to be a toughie. And it's not because of the cream cheese. The cream cheese will handle heat probably pretty fine. It's the sugar. Sugar doesn't handle heat well. It's going to turn to liquid sugar. Oh, perfect. 320-ish. That's just what we want. Let's try doing let's do 2 at a time. 2 at a time. I don't know how much they're going to potentially expand. I don't expect them to expand majorly. I don't expect these to be the largest donuts I've ever made. I could have done more than 2 at once. But we'll keep it at that so that we keep the temperatures the same, and so next batch is... No, keep plugging along, watch. I know you want to go get charged. Ooh, that's looking brown enough. I might be able to flip that one already. It was maybe slightly early. Crawdad's on a roll. And I'm gonna go put my phone, my watch on charger here. We'll wait until we get this fully cooked on both sides here. This is the one I patched together, and so there's a seam going through it right there. That's why that line's there. Seam's busting out. That one still needed to cook on the other side a little bit. This one's good though. We're gonna pull this one out. Onto paper towel. And go put my watch on the charger. And probably time we can throw 2 more on. Oh, nice. Yeah. Not really picking up much sugar, I just wanted to give it the chance to. I'm not putting them directly into the sugar after the oil, so what do I have that can hold those? Going with our last 2. No Tournier fans? No one likes cutting their veggies into footballs? 7-sided plus footballs? 7-sided odd? Odd-sided, but more than 7-sided footballs? My true thoughts on Tourniers are, if you're going to cut more than 7 sides, why does it matter if it's odd or even? It's not like you're having that 6 side, or maybe an octagon would be a little eh. You cutesy little donuts. Turn the heat off on the oil for the moment. That wasn't it? Ooh, this one actually got a little dark. No. And there we have our Sunny D Donuts, chat. I know they're a couple days late. Sorry for that. They just weren't proofing for me. And we got a bunch of Sunny D custard left over as well. What didn't go into the bag. Don't do it then. Rinsing this off immediately and getting the tip cleaned out. Make sure my brand new donut filling extra long tip is nice and clean and dry. Let's get a photo or two of this before we move on to our tacos. That is not the place for you, phone. That is not where you should be. Might have to move some of this stuff out of the way for photo time. Which one do you choose, chat? This one popped. This one tried to, too. I'm gonna take you. You're the ugly duckling of the duckling a bunch. Give this a shot. Let's do a close up so I can show everyone how I got my shirt dirty. Cheers, chap. I took most of the cream out with that. That is delicious, chat. It's like a creamsicle donut. Like between, I put the vanilla and milk and the custard. It's like a creamsicle donut. It's a good time. I want a little icing on the top of them. I don't have that, but otherwise those are amazing. This one's already messing on the bottom. We'll set those off to the side for the moment. We got some photos for those for in the Discord later, though. Alright, next projects. We need to put you back in the fridge. Still haven't bought more plastic wrap. I was supposed to do that yesterday. That's on that list of things that... Oh, I'm just going to sit at home and code instead. I need plastic wrap. I need to go to the flour mill. Yeah. Putting the plastic wrap right down onto the custard helps prevent it from forming a skin. As long as it's down on the custard. We'll start heating the pan over here. Got the tuna out. We're heating up the pan. I think we're gonna go with the... I was dithering back and forth. Do I do the wontons first, or do I do the tuna first? I think we're going to do the wontons first. I'm just wondering where I put that thing I wanted to use tonight. Oh, there it is. Got a cutesy little piece of angled aluminum we're going to use for tonight. And I know I keep saying wonton, but the truth is we're using egg roll wrappers. Wontons would be entirely too small for this. They are the same thing, though. They're just different sizes. I thought I had opened it. I'm just going to do a couple of these. I have to figure out something to do with these egg roll wrappers. So the idea is we're going to throw these one at a time into that oil. One at a time. Is that one? And then I'm going to attempt to take this with this to push it down in the oil so that we keep somewhat of a V. The alternative is I have to hold it like this, and this just sort of weighs it down. There are all sorts of fancy things that you can buy to do this alternatively from this. Like they have taco-shaped fryer baskets and stuff like that. I just don't have anything like that. So this is my MacGyver for tonight. I'm gonna give that just a touch longer. All right, let's try this first one. Let's see how much of a disaster this is. Ooh. How much have I lowered the temp by? Oh, we're still doing okay. Just seems cooler than it is because it's not bubbling as much. Come on, get out of there before you get permanently trapped. My hand's getting tired of holding the tongs. Last one I'm doing for tonight. So we got our shells. Now we got to sear our tuna. Healthy coating of salt. Tuna. Tuna. Not in love with the color of the tuna, like I said. That's why I'm searing it. Otherwise, I probably would have went with it. If it was sushi grade, good tuna, I probably would have went with it otherwise. Pan's not quite there, almost. I don't know, Cosmic. How do you think it's going? Oh, I thought stairs were always to get down. Oh, that was the YouTube bad joke. So Twitch doesn't know what that was. The YouTube dad joke was, I don't trust stairs, they're always up to something. Hey, Ziggs. No. You're getting 50-90, right? In that case, I'm happy for you, but I hope you're not replacing a 40 80 Ti. Do we do thin slices? Do we try and cube it? These are the questions I'm asking myself right now. Right now I'm leaning towards just slicing it all. I'm running on a 2070 and a 3060. And am not planning on changing anything anytime soon. If I were to change something about my setup, it would probably would be to change up my NAS setup again because it's full, and upgrade that and maybe tie it into a homemade LLM. but not a very powerful one. Get my own llama. SprinkleBot's going to run on a Raspberry Pi 5 with a NVMe SSD. I like how that one end was looking. I've heard great things about that new Chinese one that just came out. It's supposed to be potentially equivalent to O1 or something like that. That was just like this last week. All right, we're gonna set this off to the side for a moment while we figure out what we're doing with our avocado. I didn't look too hard at it. It looked like it was mostly set up to run on Hugging Face through their API, but I don't know. You mean the Pentium 60? The CPU that couldn't add? I'm getting that wrong. I got the name wrong. I don't remember what it is anymore. One of the really early Pentiums, really early processors. You put it in a math equation, it gave you the wrong answer. I'm going with this and dicing it into things. I was concerned that this one was not going to be ripe yet and small enough. I'm also, speaking of tariffs, specifically buying avocado right now because it's going to get expensive. I also bought eggs because they're going to get more expensive. But at the same time, we do seem to have, I think there's a couple of local producers that are still making it that haven't been infected and are releasing. I think they're normally working through one of the other egg producers, but everywhere you go in the supermarkets locally, they're selling Petaluma eggs, which I think is just sort of the co-op, so that they're not under some name in case something goes wrong. Okay, so we got our avocado. We're gonna add our cabbage, our cucumber, and these lovelies. This was all kept separate because I wasn't sure how I wanted to go about this. I didn't know if I was going to just mix it all like I am. If I was going to mix in the tuna with this, like it's a tuna poke or poke ball. Salt. Olive oil galore. Hey, Alex. We still have music playing? I don't hear it. Maybe my earbud's just quiet again. No, it's playing. I'm just not hearing it. It's not playing there. What change? I didn't change anything. Why is it not playing? Is that playing right for everyone else, or? Nice. The tab got muted or something for some reason. Salt, MSG, pepper, plenty of olive oil already. Drizzle of soy. Open our new bottle of sesame oil. getting so much mic noise? Let's see if that's any better. I think it's salad time now. I'm not going to end up using the mayo. That's sort of awesome. I think the olive oil solidified in this. Yep. I try to. Well, I have to for it because the real pain with that is Oliver's, the local supermarket chain, has senior saver days on Wednesdays. And so they give seniors like 10% off or something like that. And the place is just flooded with... Okay, I know not all seniors are like this, but it's full of seniors that are sitting there unable to make decisions, just frozen in the way everywhere you go. And I'm just the right age now where some of the younger ones are like, you're gonna like this in a couple. You know, they're like trying to hit on me while I'm... Oh, I'm getting to be a long stream tonight. My earbud's dying. It's been a 3.5 hour stream. So there's our simple starter salad for tonight, which I've made several times here recently. Now I have no idea how I'm going to plate these tacos. Just don't want to cooperate, do you? Okay, well that was a mess. Working as intended. Ooh, Cosmic with the snipe. That turned out all right. Interesting. Normally my earbud starts complaining it's going to die and it immediately dies. I've just been sitting here going with it and it's still rolling. So we have black and white sesame seeds on there. That's what I just added there. And Zeke's missed out on these earlier. Our Sunny D ingredient challenge dessert didn't quite make it into Wednesday, and so we have Sunny D donuts. I creamsicled them. Let's try one more. I think you will see many of these photos of this tonight. I'm very happy with how these turned out looking. Let's give all this a shot. I've tried these already. These are delicious. Don't need to try those again. I've had this before on stream. This is amazing. Highly recommend. Let's see how functional these are as tacos here. They're holding the weight. That's usually a big problem when it comes to wontons. They're not very structurally sound. Yum. That unfortunately does mean it is that time of night, though. Uh-oh, we get structural failure. Quick, go to the good night screen. I also have nachos, or tortilla chips in the house for any leftover scraps. I hope you all have an amazing weekend. I've enjoyed dinner tonight. Sort of wish the tuna was a bit better than it is, but we're living with it. Alright, folks. I hope you all have an amazing evening. I'm not going to raid out tonight. I shall be back here Sunday. Sunday. I'm going to go do some grocery shopping tomorrow. Maybe hit up the farmer's market and see if I can't get some better greens than these. Let's see, what do we have coming up here? We've got the meatball calzone. Oh no, that's next Saturday. Buffalo chicken quesadilla ring is in the plans for tomorrow, or for Sunday. And we've got the jalapeno popper soup on Monday. So I hope you come back to join me for those. All sorts of fun stuff I was talking about before. We got most of the calendar filled out until almost the end of February now. At least into the 20s. So if you're interested, you can take a look at the Google Calendar link down below on the Twitch page. And it'll give you all sorts of info on the upcoming dinners. It'll also alert you if you add it to your own calendar. I hope you all have an amazing evening. And see you all back here on Sunday. Good night.